said, when the time comes for me to step away, I'll be so ready for it. That feeling was evident before a 2K time trial, or when Sean said we're doing 2 sets of 6 repeat speed efforts every T1 session. But it doesn't feel real until you come to that moment. Will you do anything to do it again? This year came with probably some of the biggest challenges yet. I said a long time ago I wanted to leave this game loving it. I remember a teammate saying when training started to feel like a chore, she knew her time was up, and I knew doing this any longer really would challenge that love that I have for it. AFL has been part of who I am for as long as I can remember. It shaped some of the biggest decisions in my life. None bigger than moving to Sydney 8 years ago. I made a commitment to the game when I was around 14, playing state footy in Victoria. There was no AFLW, no female role models, and no chance to play this game professionally. All I knew was that I loved it more than anything and wanted to play at the highest level and be the best player I could be. That love started long before then. My earliest memories of being a kid involved having a stuffed footy in my hand, kicking it at the door, taking screamers over the couch whilst Dad threw it at me for hours every night. He built goalposts in the backyard and I pretend to be the first girl playing with the boys. In my mind, Matthew Richardson was kicking me the ball and I'd be kicking the match-winning goal after the siren. If you asked 8-year-old me what my dream was, it was to play AFL, even when it wasn't possible. It's quite literally a dream come true that I've been able to live that life for the last 10 years. Sometimes people say, you're lucky you got to play AFL, but I don't think it's luck. I'm grateful that the opportunity came when it did, but my career didn't happen by chance. It came from every decision that I made, all the sacrifices and the refusal to let anyone else define what I could and couldn't achieve. In saying that, I couldn't have done it alone. And I have some really important people to thank. To Carlton for giving me my first opportunity into the Giants. God, that club's really special to me. A lot of really important people at a really important time in my life. Only those that see my life away for footy know the sacrifice of and commitment of also working a full-time job, particularly shift work like mine. It's hard and exhausting, and there are so many incredible people who sacrifice and support that make that possible. So shout out to all my work crew. I can see my managers in the room, Trevor and Alec, who have been in the journey with me for the last couple of years, and I'm just so grateful for everything you guys have done for me, so thank you. And to my partner who's sitting at the back, Georgia, you've seen the hardest side of this journey. I wish you saw more of the highs, but I'm so happy you got to enjoy the moment with me last week. And you got to see why I love this game so much. I'm excited for many adventures with you and my boy Noah, and if I could have had him here, I would have. To my family and friends, in particular, Mum, Dad, Jess and Marcus, you've ridden every high and low with me. Nothing has ever meant more to me than making them proud. I'm so lucky to have them as my biggest supporters and role models. Mum, I don't know if she can hear this right now, but thanks for the endless phone calls, mostly involving an emotional breakdown, which happened quite often recently. The flights to Sydney, just to hug me when I needed it the most. You've picked up the pieces more than anyone. My dad, my biggest supporter, and the one that believed in me more than anyone else. When the world was saying girls don't play footy, you made it feel so normal that I knew no different. I love this game because I got to love it with him. I owe as much of my career to him and being raised in a household where I was told that I could achieve anything I wanted in life, and I'm so grateful for that. Oh, being a blood is the proudest moment of my career, without doubt. Kate and Amanda, thank you for building such an incredible program. How lucky we are to have our program led by 2 incredible women. To Scott and Kate, thank you for giving me the opportunity to come to this amazing club. To all the coaches and staff, I'll get around to thanking you all individually over the next few weeks, but thank you for your dedication, commitment and sacrifice you give to make this program and these people better. I just want to give an individual shout out to Tanya, who I think plays such an important role in my journey over the last few years, but in particular the last 2 seasons I thought were probably some of my most enjoyable of my career, and I think you played a really big part in that, so thank you. And to the girls, there's only a small amount of us that have been here since the start, but seeing the people and the leaders that you have grown up to become and the responsibility you've taken to make this club and this team better makes me so proud of you all. We've been a part of building a culture and a legacy, and the responsibility is now on you guys to keep driving that. I have total faith in what every single one of you bring to make this program better. And to the entire playing group, God, you guys are a special bunch. I say it every time, but I absolutely love you all. In some ways, I'm jealous of the opportunity and the bright future that you guys have. But I leave feeling so content with the fact that the right people are in the room to take the baton and drive the group forward to make this team as successful as it can and should be. But I miss walking into this place every day and feeling so much happiness and joy that I can do what I love with the people that make this place feel like home. I'll miss cheese pump-ups in the huddle, the competitiveness and drive to make yourself and others better every single day, the brutal pre-season conditioning sets, the goosebumps you feel when you run out into the field in front of our incredible members and supporters. The responsibility was passed on to our generation, and now we are passing it on to you girls. Embrace the responsibility, be proud you have the opportunity to create something bigger and better for future generations to come. Be grateful, be humble, appreciate every moment because I promise you it bloody flies through. And remember how special it is to leave a legacy that's so much bigger than just yourselves. I leave the game with so much pride and joy, and to be in a position where I've had to give so much is such an honour, and I don't regret a single minute of it. I'm so proud to be a Blood for Life. Thanks, guys.
You've always been an inspiring leader for not only the young girls but for your peers, and I've always loved how you speak up for what you believe in, particularly your work in the AFLPA and the queer community. You've shown how much of an impact you can have there as well. But above all, Priv, I love you because you're a great person. You're a loyal friend and teammate, and despite any of the turmoils you endured, you're always welcoming, and I've never had a judgmental go at anybody. You should be so bloody proud of what you've been able to achieve in your 10-year career. You've been so influential at every club you've been at, and I know with the teammates that you've shared it with have found you an absolute joy. On a personal note, I want to thank you for making me a better person and always holding me accountable, being an ear to listen and a shoulder to cry on when I need it, and for backing me in when I doubted myself. If anyone in this room that's a player, probably not you guys up the back, but if you can have half the career that Priv's had, you can hold your head high. Here's to retirement, a few red wines at a Taylor Swift concert, hikes on weekdays, and plenty of good times with Noah and Georgia. Cheers to Priv.